Yo, what's good, y'all? In today's video, I want to talk about a couple things that I've learned, some really important things that I've learned over the past couple of years of making music videos that have made me a better person at making music videos, a better director, a better collaborator, a better producer, all of these different aspects of creating music videos. The thing about these tips and the things that I'm going to be talking about in this video that are so special to me personally is that they aren't involving shooting at all. You know what I mean? Like, they aren't like, oh, shoot it in this frame rate or do this with light. It's like none of those sorts of things. These are just things that I keep in mind whenever I'm making a music video, and it substantially helps me every single time I'm making one. So keep these things in mind when you're making a music video. I'm telling you, it will make you a much better director, much better music video creator. This is so important. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into shooting a music video and I have these big, extravagant, grand lighting ideas. And there's nothing wrong with that. You should always have these grand, big ideas for what you want to do with lighting. But my problem is I always underestimate how long it will take to make a lighting setup work, because there's so many different elements that go into lighting. You have to tweak it. You set up a light and then you don't like it, and then you have to improvise, and you got to figure out why this isn't looking how it looked in your mind. There's so many different things that goes into lighting, and I've noticed that almost every single time I'm doing lighting, it takes probably 3 times longer than I thought it was gonna take. Just keeping this in mind when I'm making music videos, it keeps me grounded and it keeps me from trying to do too much. If I know I got 2 hours in the studio, if I know I only got 4, 5, 6 hours in the studio, I'm gonna make lighting setups based around this time, and I'm not gonna be unrealistic with these assumptions of how much time these lighting setups are gonna take. So always keep that in mind, man. If you're ever planning to do lighting for a music video, it's always gonna take at least 3 times longer than you thought it was gonna take. I don't care how much planning you did for the project. I don't care how much pre-production you did. I don't care. It's inevitable. Will go wrong, and can be more wrong than other times, but it's always gonna be something in the project that you just didn't account for. Maybe you didn't account for the light to be this way, or you didn't account for the fact that you left one of your pieces of equipment at home, or the artist is late, you only had an hour in the space. It's like all of these things have happened to me, and you just have to account for that and try to pre-plan that will go wrong into your planning. That's why when I get studios for music videos, I always try to get them for so much longer than I need them, because it goes wrong. Maybe the model will show up late, or the props. I was shooting a music video one time, and the people who were bringing the props to the studio came 3 hours late. It's like, yo, it's so many different factors, and there's so many different things, so many different moving parts when it comes to music videos. You have to account for the fact that people go wrong. When I really took this into consideration when I'm planning and making my music videos, it's made me a better creator on music videos for sure. I'm way better at improvising. I'm way better at just figuring out how we can make certain things work, and also deciphering what's necessary and what is unnecessary for music videos. So this one's huge. Will always go wrong. I don't care. It always does. This is something that I have to continuously tell myself. I have to tell myself this pretty much every time I shoot a music video, because when you do pre-production and you plan for stuff and you plan for shoots and you plan for something to look a certain way, when starts to go not your way on set or even in the editing process, it kind of discourages you, and it kind of just brings your entire mood down for the project. And if you keep in mind that will go wrong, then you have to allow yourself to wait until the end to judge what the project will be like. It's too many different factors for me that totally just bring my mood down for a project. First of which is like, okay, the lighting didn't look how it looked in my head when I'm shooting it. You know, I'll tell myself that while I'm shooting it, like, damn, this wasn't as cool as I thought it was. And then sometimes you'll have happy accidents where it wasn't exactly what you saw in your mind, but sometimes it's even better than what you saw in your mind. This is so horrible, and don't ever do it, because I do it all the time. I'll shoot a music video or I'll shoot a project, I'll bring it into my program, and then before even editing or chopping or doing anything, I'll just drop a clip into a timeline and start color grading, just so I can see how good I can make it look. And then when I can't get the grade to how I want it to look, I start to get discouraged about the project. And it's like, you really got to color grade at the end anyways, because the overall project may give you a different feeling for what you feel the color grade should be like for the project. So, it's a lot of different factors that go into, bringing your mood down for projects. Maybe the artist was, maybe he wasn't the easiest to work with. Maybe he's, suggesting certain things or certain editing techniques that you don't necessarily want for the project. You got to implement and take in all these things and then judge it at the end, because I've had artists who've suggested I do certain things for the project. It's made me upset inside, and then I do it and I'm like, dang, I kind of like this more than my original idea. So you really got to allow yourself to finish a project and then judge it at the end. There's so many different factors that can just bring your total mood down for the project before you even get there. Before I get into this next one, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Canva. Canva is an online design platform with tons of templates that can help for whatever you may need in your entrepreneur business. Whether you need to design YouTube thumbnails, you need a logo design, you need a flyer design, you need a business presentation template, you need animated Instagram posts for your story or your actual profile. Canva has all of these things. They even have a mini video editor inside of the platform as well, which is crazy. So you could do a ton of different things with that, like make YouTube outros or short intros for your video. There's so many different things you can do. The things that I love to do on Canva though personally is I like to create these animated titles like you guys are seeing throughout this video. And I also like to use their animated Instagram post templates to create previews for my music videos when I'm finished with those and it's time to ship those over to the artist, just to give them a more stylized way of being able to present their new project. So Canva's dope. You could try Canva right now for $12.95 a month. Well, Canva's actually free. Scratch that. Yeah, Canva's free. You can use Canva for free. You don't even need to pay $12.95, but $12.95 unlocks the Canva Pro subscription, which gives you a lot more templates. It gives you a lot more stock assets like music and different photos and so many different other things that you can get access to when you sign up for the Canva Pro subscription. So down in the description is going to be a link to take you over to Canva. If you use my link, you'll get a free trial of the Canva Pro subscription, which is great. You can try it out. I think that if you do use Canva, you will not be disappointed. And I think it's a vital asset for us entrepreneurs in the creative business. You can use it for anything. I feel like it doesn't matter where you are in your business or what sort of business you do. It's a template on there that will definitely help you. So Canva's dope. Try it out. It's going to be a link down in the description. I think it's so easy to be lazy, or so easy to have this thought in your mind like, is it worth it for me to invest all of this time just to get this little bit out of it? That's my biggest fear. Like me putting in a lot of time and then the outcome of what I've tried isn't even substantial enough to justify all the time that I put into it. But I had this really dope conversation with Tino a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how, feature films, sometimes for these big action scenes in these movies, these takes weeks to do. And then it only, shows for like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes inside of an entire film. And it's like, I feel like you really got to have that exact same mentality when you're making music videos as well. It's the little moments. It's the little moments that really stand out to people. That little bit of time you invested in to make this effect work or this shot work or get this angle. These little things that really stand out to people. And I feel like you really got to fight the urge to be lazy, because it's so easy to. It's so easy for you to not want to get a light out of a bag and put it on a stand and then, use it when you feel like you could just use the natural light. Or, it's so easy for you to be like, oh man, I don't feel like, putting my camera on a gimbal. I'm gonna just shoot it handheld. Well, if you feel like the gimbal will really give it that flavor and give it that feel that you initially wanted, I think that you should definitely, take those steps and fight the urge to be lazy, because it's so easy to be lazy. It's so easy to just do what's fast, So me doing this and me really taking the time to do the uncomfortable things that I don't even necessarily feel like doing to get the shot that I want has definitely taken my music video creation to another level. It's gonna be a lot of relationships that you're gonna build with certain artists and certain clients doing freelancing music video creations. And you're gonna bump heads. Maybe they're gonna want something edited that you don't think should be edited. Maybe you're gonna provide them with an amazing video and then next week they're gonna go shoot with some guy down the street who does it cheaper. you can't take anything personal in this business. And once I really, took this into consideration and have made this a lifestyle, I don't take anything personal. If one of my artists wants to go shoot with the guy down the street because that dude's cheaper, or, he can turn the video back around faster, whatever the case may be, it is what it is. You can't be in competition. You can't take things personal when artists want certain things edited for their image. It's just, you gotta separate the art from yourself. And that can be something that's super hard to do. And that's something that I had to understand as well. I used to think that, when an artist went to go shoot with another client, maybe they thought that client's work was better than mine. And in my heart, I knew that mine was better. And then I would, get internally upset about it. But, so many different circumstances that go into that. Maybe that artist charged them cheaper, or, maybe that artist did it for free, and you can't compete with that. Because if you get into that mindset of, trying to be in competition with others at a price point, then you're just constantly cutting the price and then you're working for nothing. I feel like the goal isn't to, have the most amount of clients, is to have the best clients. So that's just something I keep in mind. I always try to separate myself from the art and not take anything personal in this business, man. So those are the things that I've learned over the past couple of years of creating music videos that I feel have really taken my steps to the next level. And these are always things that I gotta keep in mind as well, man. The urge to not be lazy, the fact that will go wrong, lighting will take longer than ever. These are just all things that I always have to keep in mind when making music videos that keep my spirits up and keep me in it and actually happy making this stuff. So down in the comment section, let me know, man, what's one of the things that you've learned that you feel has really amped up your ability to create better videos, better music videos. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like. If you're newer to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. But with that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace.